Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. The winner moves on to the AFC Championship game. This should be some battle. Off we go here in the divisional round. Set to go now on 1st and 10. That's quickly out wide for Kirk. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. Man acquired by trade in the offseason, it's Joe Mixon. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
In motion now, it's Collins. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, second and a yard. On the give, this is Mixon. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on third and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
They'll run for it with Mixon. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on down.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
Hey, middle. You at X. No, we changed it.
Now the Ravens' big-ticket free agent acquisition. It's Derrick Henry. And a good run there. You're going to get him 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Texans' 45-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Going up top. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Joe Mixon. And that one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. They just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Stroud quickly out to Collins.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
He'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing is Stroud. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
No chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. In motion comes Walker. He's across midfield. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Kez Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
On first down, they keep it on the ground, and they keep it with Mixon. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books in this AFC divisional playoff. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Stroud. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. They will work the middle with Mixon.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he will score. Paige Stover. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. Inside the 35. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
That one is caught beyond the pylon. Touchdown, Ravens. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On play action, Stroud. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go play action with Stroud. That's to the tight end, Stover. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Mixon. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll go right back to Mixon. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down. On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
On the click, right?
Dell motioning over.
Drop to the right. South.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Roquan Smith, the one who gets in there and takes him down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and They bring him down for a sack.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He's got his man, complete to Dell. 17 yards on that play. It's good for a Texans first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Stroud to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
On second down, Stroud. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Robin. Here we go. Let the hot. Why Tony? South.
Here's Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Now, Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Report! Get on! Get in! Right shot! Report! Hey!
Jackson now to throw on first down. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
It's first down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in second and long.
Jackson now on second down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
You. Hey, hey. 180. Sit up.
Now Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
This throw right is taken in by Flowers.
Jackson's pass complete to Zay Flowers. A 2-yard
On
gain.
4th down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
At their own 30-yard line.
To break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Second down and 8. Stroud going to set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. 3rd and long. Here's Stroud. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. So we are at halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. These two teams fighting to get to that AFC Championship game next Sunday. Back to it here. The 3rd quarter underway.
Hey, report. Report. 180. Sit up.
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
180. Ready, shot.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Danico Autry, the veteran, in to bring him down.
Hey. Get on. No, we changed it. Get on.
Third and long for Jackson. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But this is taken in by a teammate. And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
Middle. Yo. Hey, report.
They'll run. It's Henry. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. In motion comes Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First and 10.
We changed it. Hey, Ozzy. Hey, middle. Sit up.
On the give, here's Henry. Gets to the edge at the 30. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And he's going to be taken down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And he's in. Touchdown, Baltimore. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game. Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens move out to a 24-10 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Whoa. Out the flat.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
All right.
Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
This is hot. He got the connection to Collins. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First down, Texans.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A second down throw for Stroud. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now a shot here, deep middle. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Texans back within 7. It's 24-17. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, first and 10. Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Hey, report. Report. 13.
Second down, Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good for a Baltimore Ravens.
Here's Mitchell. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the
Texans 17.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
Hey, report. Report. Hey. Sit up.
On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Hey. Report. Hey. 13.
From the gun, Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry.
Derrick Henry on the carry. Kamari Lassiter on the tackle. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
So out comes a guy who's been here before. Big spot for Justin Tucker. This to make it a 2-possession lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
All right. Hey, uno. Like you touch.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Quick, right?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This is caught. Downfield, it's Dell. A gain there of 23 yards. First down for Houston.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Ravens. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Hey, south. Here we go.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And he'll get about 5.
Select top, bro.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Mixon. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. On play action, Stroud. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. That is picked off by the first rounder out of Clemson, Nate Wiggins. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Going to go right back to Henry. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Here's a give. Heading right, it's Henry. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They are moving on as the #1 seed. Victory means they locked out another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.